Can I buy a car in the windy, cold winter of New Hampshire? I think I can. Now, what I want to find is like convertibles, rear-wheel drive cars. That Camaro I was talking about, 2014, 81,000 miles. Very clean, perfect Florida car. I don't know what I'm going to do now because I didn't even really buy what I was thinking about buying. You're having a heck of a time with transportation. So weeks, like almost a month in advance, Lauren set it up. They dropped the ball, never ordered the shippers. So it's gonna cost me double to have those cars transported. Welcome to a dealer auction in blistering cold New Hampshire, where I am going to find out a question today. Can I buy a car in the windy, cold winter of New Hampshire and then send it down to Florida, which is where I currently live, to try to make a profit? How many cars can I buy, if any? What are the prices? Are they less expensive up north? And can we sell them at another auction down south and make a profit? You're going to join me today and find out. My name is Greg from Flying Wheels. It's cold, but let's get going. So hello there. It is cold. I've already said that 3 times. I am in New Hampshire at a dealer auction. You see, there's a little bit of everything here. Now, I'm out of New Hampshire to Florida to try to buy the stuff that I like. Now, things are a little bit more expensive down south. I tend to notice that the prices for things that sell here are less expensive than the prices at auctions in Florida. So can I look around here in the cold, buy something here, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe more, I don't know, and then sell it, ship it down to Florida, and then sell it for a profit? I think I can. Now, what I want to find are like convertibles, rear-wheel drive cars, things that nobody needs in New Hampshire right now in the winter. Maybe some Jeep Wranglers. There's a lot of Jeep Wranglers here. There's a lot of Jeep Wranglers in Florida. I don't know. There's a little bit of everything. So the first thing we're going to do is walk around the auction, just kind of scope everything out, see what's here, see what I'm interested in. And then up there, the auction's already started. We're going to go up there and bid on some stuff and hopefully, fingers crossed, buy some cars too. Let's get going with the cars, please. The thing with Wranglers is they get pretty rusty in New England. So it's tough. I should be sending things down this way, up this way, and not so much the opposite. I should be sending rust-free cars up this way. Like these trucks are all going to be rotted. So they won't pass inspection in New Hampshire, some of them, but there's no inspection in Florida. So I essentially could buy rusty cars or uninspectable cars and ship them to Florida because there's no inspection, but that's not really something I'm interested in doing. What do I mean by rusty cars? Well, take this 2011 Nissan Frontier, for example. This has already been repaired once before, but you can see how the rust is starting to bleed through here. And then this has already also been repaired with Bondo, and the rust is already protruding around where the Bondo and repairs are. Now, this isn't even the worst of it. I'm sure we'll see some much worse than this, but you can see the rocker panels are pretty disgusting too. Send that down to Florida and people, it's a hard no. Like that stuff we're used to up here, people don't tolerate that down south. Here's what else I mean. Like this Chevy Silverado, this is expected. This stuff right here is disgusting. And then you can see somebody painted the frame so it looks better. And then typically the rocker panels are gross too. Even on cleaner trucks, you're still getting it somewhere. It's somewhere. So right off the bat, we know cars that are inspected, no big deal. Rusty cars we're staying away from. So let's see what else there is. Newer trucks, like I said, things are more expensive down south. So I could look at vehicles like this Expedition, 2019 with 78,000 miles. And basically I just look up what they're selling for at the auctions down there based off the VIN and the mileage. And then I know what I want to pay here, add in shipping, add in whatever I want for a profit. And that's how I get my number. So let's say I scan the VIN on this truck and I know that they're selling roughly for 25 at auction. Auction fees will cost me roughly $500. So now I want to pay $23,500. I want to make a profit of at least $1,000. So I want to be around $22,500. So that's how I'm going to figure out my numbers here today. So far, there's nothing spectacular. Some Wranglers, Veloster, no thank you. And that Yukon Denali's too old, although these are pretty cheap now. Grand Cherokee, we've already done that down there. Ooh, a Ford F and Ranger. These things don't even exist up here anymore because, again, rust. So right away we go into the back wall. That's usually rotted. The frame's usually rotted. The bed rails are usually rotted. Ford Rangers, they're not going to sell well down there because you can get rust-free ones, and they're too old. 57,000 miles and it's rotted. So sad. Right off the bat, something that's catching my eye is this 2010 FJ Cruiser with 100,000 miles. If it's a manual transmission, whoo, we get the TRD wheels. I love the beige taupe and exterior. Manual transmission. Interior to match. I like that this isn't white. It's actually like a beige to match the exterior paint. Manual transmission, hard to come by. Sony radio. Such a cool car and so reliable. It's basically, look at FJ Trail Team. Does that come with this vehicle or did somebody just stick that on there? What's cool about these, far better than a Jeep Wrangler, although there's no convertible top. Way more reliable. I think these have the 4-liter engine, that's the same as the 4Runner. Such a great vehicle and near indestructible. And then you get your subwoofer button, your traction lock, your rear diff locks. You have power here, auxiliary buttons. Really cool. Now, the problem with this, again, I don't want to make it all about this, but this is what it looks like. So, 100,000 miles, pretty ugly and crusty. Higher end cars work really well in the Palm Beach area where I live. So, like if I could find a Range Rover or an Escalade, Denali, something like really up there in luxury, those I can sell pretty quickly for a premium. And I'm not going to retail, meaning I'm not selling it to a retail customer. I'm going to wholesale it. So we're going to sell it at another auction, quick sale. So buy it here, sell it somewhere else, done, paid today, paid when we sell it. Hey, check this out. So we have a 2020 Land Rover Discovery. So this is like a level below the Range Rover, but I think same 6-cylinder supercharged engine. You have a third row seat, which the Range Rover doesn't have. I guess my question is, these aren't better than the Range Rover, but they have the same amenities as my 2022 Range Rover that I have. Has the big screen here. If I start it as touchscreen, are these better than Range Rovers? No, they're not. This is nice. Uh-oh. I'm going to assume the sunroof leaks. There's some water in there. I shouldn't have touched that. But this is sharp. So we do have a third row seat. Actually, maybe I can get this for my wife. I like this. Make sure it goes in forward and drive and reverse. Forward and drive would be the same thing. We have drive, we have reverse, 80,000 miles, so it will be listed as green light. Now, green light means has a warranty till 5 o'clock. So engine, transmission, any repairs over $500, they'll guarantee there aren't any. So that's good looking at these things. We could do well with this. If there were other Range Rovers, I'd look at that too. I like the black wheels. Tires have tons of meat on them. Oh, we have PDR do that, paintless dent removal, take care of that. That is ugly, but this is a good looking truck. I like that. And then also, I may buy two and rent like a U-Haul trailer, and if I drive one, haul one, I still have some stuff up here that I want to get down to Florida. I can save me a good amount of money in transportation. So if it's like $1,000 a car, I could probably drive them for $500 with both cars plus $100 trailer. A lot of space back here. So something to consider. I could buy like this Suburban, rent a U-Haul, tow the Range Rover, Land Rover, and save myself a good amount of money. 2019 Tahoe, 2016 Suburban, sun fade already, so Florida special. But that I can buff out, which would be a lot of fun. And then your third row seat, no DVD player, no captain's chairs. Oh, you've been staring at me this whole time. Sorry. Here we go. That's the interior of the Suburban. This is probably like a luxury coach. 2016 with 172,000 miles. That could work. Let's go look around though for other stuff. Cool color. I saw a Mustang around here somewhere. I saw a red one. There's a white one right there. 2017 with 29,000 miles. This is what we're talking about now. These would do well down there. I saw a red one too somewhere. And I know there's a Camaro convertible somewhere that I want to go check out. Oh, there's the red Mustang. So this red Mustang looks like it's about to run through. So we're going to head into the auction now, see what things are going for, and hopefully buy some stuff. 2015, 41,000 miles. Faded. Is that factory? Sun faded with just 41,000 miles. Wow. So the Mustang's running through right now. It's actually above MMR, which is the Manheim Market Report. So that's selling for more than it would even say that it sells for in Florida. So that is out. Attempt number one, not happening. Ford Escape, no. The BMW could work. A 2018 X5, 59,000 miles. That would sell. And we have another one over here, 2015 X5 with 79,000 miles. That could, this is an X3. That's an X5. This is an X3. X5. So both BMWs could work. Let me see what those are worth and what they sell for here. The X5 just ran through. It should sell in Florida for 19 to 20. It's at 17.5 here, so there's not a lot to be made off of it. It's at 18 plus now. So this one going behind me is a 2015 with 79,000 miles. It's worth like 12.5 in Florida. It's 11.2 here, so it is less expensive, but not after shipping. So one that I'm really shocked about, I'm looking for right now, is a 2015 Chevy Camaro 6-cylinder convertible. It should be right around here. Now, the book on it, because it's a 6-cylinder, it was nice and it was clean, was $8,800. It sold for $9,500 here. So the dead of winter, when a rear-wheel drive convertible should be the worst car to sell, they just got over book value on it at the auction, which is kind of telling me that my theory of what I want to do isn't going to work today. But we shall carry on. One of the best Wranglers ever built, the 4-liter Wrangler Sport JK, YK, YJ, FJ. Which one was this? You guys tell me. But you can't buy these things down here anymore because the frame is just junk typically on these, so I stay away. Oh, the FJ is going through, and just out of curiosity, I want to see what it sells for. Not something I don't know. We'll see. We will see. 11,000 high bid on that. They want 12.5. MMR, again, the market report of what it should be worth is around 15. One owner, no accidents. On paper, that thing is amazing. Very crusty underneath. I'm trying to get away from rust. And some fun stuff. We have a Polaris, a C-Force, CF Moto, never heard of it. Skidoo, Harley, Yamaha. Ooh, I like this. This is cool. CF Moto. What is this thing? I don't know, but I like it. So these are all repo bikes. They go early in the morning. They've already run through. Here we go. Here's that Camaro I was talking about. 2014, 81,000 miles. Very clean, perfect Florida car. Sold for all the money and more, though. So, some free money, though, came with it. Auction is over. I bought two. I have to tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do now because I didn't even really buy what I was thinking about buying. I'm walking over to my purchases. I spent $25,500 on two vehicles, which we did look at. So we're gonna go check those out, and I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. Let's go see the cars first. I ended up buying that Land Rover Discovery for like $17,000 and change dollars, but I also bought this Suburban, which I honestly think would be better here over Florida. 2016 with 172,000 miles. It was just too good to pass up. No current inspection sticker, which is concerning. Some serious sun fade, which I love taking care of. I can take care of that. But the interior is clean. Hopefully the transmission is okay. And cam and lifters, because at 172,000 miles, the active fuel management shuts down cylinders on these cars from 8 to 6 or 8 to 4 cylinders, and it wears the cams prematurely. Sounds healthy though. They also had transmission problems where they replaced some of the aluminum balls with plastic and something like that. It like wears out the torque converter prematurely as well. So engine sounds good. No check engine lights. Just have to hope that it shifts okay. Now the Suburban, one owner, I bought it from the Cadillac dealer, a new car store. So someone, the original owner, traded it into the Cadillac dealer, which is pretty promising. One owner, not a bunch of owners, no accidents, so clean title. And it feels like it's shifting smoothly. It's usually, there's actually a class action suit on this and an extended warranty on the transmission, but it doesn't feel like it's shifting hard or anything, and usually you can feel it right away. Yeah, we feel okay. Good. This was a winner. So we're back at my shop now. Suburban is unloaded off the trailer. This thing is clean and it is nice, and I owned it for under $8,000. That Suburban is a perfect New Hampshire car. Somebody on a budget that needs a third row seat that wants something that still looks pretty new, that Suburban's perfect for that. Oh, man, I have a lot to go over in this video, a lot to think about. Let's go back to the auction and check out that Land Rover. Back at the auction, ears are ice cold, icicle, ice cubes, whatever. 24 hours from now, I could be on a flight to warm weather, or I could be driving for 40 hours, but save myself $1,500. So here's what I'm thinking. I have a Suburban, I can get a U-Haul trailer, I can tow the Land Rover all back to Florida. It's $1,000 per car minimum, so let's say it would cost me $2,000 to ship both. Or I drive both, U-Haul trailer is probably $200 and another $500 in fuel, and hotels and food. So $700. So it would save me $1,300, but cost me 2 days of my life by myself, which doesn't sound so bad, driving through New York and New Jersey and Delaware and Maryland and North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, which I actually enjoy doing. Is my time worth $1,500, $1,300? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Here's what I want to know, though. This Land Rover Discovery actually looks small. For some reason, I thought it was bigger. It looks big in the front, stubby in the back. What's the difference between this and a Range Rover? The front looks the same. The size looks the same. It just looks bigger back here so they can fit that third row in. It has a little bit more aggressive tire. It seems more off-roadish than like luxurious, even though it is luxurious. It's nice. Ooh, WeatherTechs. It has the same armrest. It has the same screens. I'm gonna have to Google this. It has the same shifter that annoyingly pops up that I have to wait for when I start the car. The same here and here, and even the screens on the dash. What is the difference between the Land Rover Discovery and the Range Rover? And I'm gonna figure this out. We're gonna talk about it in the next clip. But I did sell my Cybertruck. I did sell my Range Rover. I do need a car in Florida because I'm driving around a Cummins Ram, which is incredibly inefficient and rugged and rough. I need something comfortable. I own this thing for, let me check. All right, Suburban 2016 Chevy Suburban LT, 172,000 miles, $7,855. I think that's like a $12,000 truck, even with the mileage minimum. I've never sold one for less than that. So we're probably looking at like maybe a $4,500 profit on that Suburban. Land Rover, $17,650 on this 2020 Land Rover with 80,000 miles. Now, MMR, Manheim Market Report, on this car without the dent in the door, $20,000. So I should own it for under 19 and be able to sell it for around 20, maybe. Now that I'm saying those numbers, it's going to be tight. So if I ship this car for $1,000, it's going to put me into near that $18,500 to $19,000 price range. Then I have to get the Manheim market money, which is $20,000, minus their fee. This is going to be tight. Like, I don't think it's actually even profitable. Over the Land Rover versus Range Rover specs. According to Land Rover out of Easton, we're going to do a quick side-by-side analysis. The 2025 Discovery versus the 2025 Range Rover, starting MSRP of $60,000 versus $107,000. So we're talking a $40,000 difference. The Land Rover has a 5+2, 7-passenger versus the Range Rover only having 5. The Discovery I bought also has this same 3-liter 6-cylinder with 395 horsepower, less towing capacity if it was a 4-cylinder turbo, so it should have a similar towing capacity. Although there is a 7-seat option for the Range Rover, it requires you to opt for a longer wheelbase, and there's more legroom in the Range Rover, even with the third-row seat. Standard power for the Discovery comes with a balanced turbocharged 4-cylinder, when the Range Rover comes with a muscular inline 6. Here's your side-by-side comparison, so you can obviously see the Range Rover is significantly better looking. Similar wheelbase, the Range Rover is 3 inches longer. Overall height, the Land Rover is an inch taller. Weighting depth is the same, and turning radius is 2 feet higher in the Land Rover. Now, looking at the interior, you can just see the Range Rover is a classier vehicle, has more cubic feet for storage, but the dimensions are pretty similar. So just like the obvious answer would have been the Range Rover is the nicer version, the Land Rover is the more rugged, more off-road, rigorous, rugged, I said that, vehicle with a significantly lower starting price. So paying $17,000 for this vehicle plus the fees, $17,685 or something, I'm probably into this right if I didn't have to ship it to Florida. That $1,000 variation is going to kill me. If I drive it, it'll save me $1,000. So basically, I'm making money by driving it. I'm not making money by bringing it to Florida to sell. I did sell my Cybertruck. I need a vehicle to drive. So many variables, so many things to think about when doing something like this. So you can kind of see, like, it's not really that great. It's going to cost me $1,000 per car to ship down to $2,000 before I can even make a profit. I'm going to sleep on this tonight and get back in the next clip tomorrow when I decide if I purchase a flight tonight or drive 2 vehicles back, drive and tow. Do I want to make money or break even and have a Land Rover again? I don't know.
The next morning.
It's the next morning, and I want to go over a couple updates. Something I did not think about, which is going to be beneficial to all of you guys. It is snowbird season, so people are leaving from the Northeast, going south. So there's more demand. So the shippers are now taking advantage of people that need their cars shipped. I'm getting quotes for $1,300 to $1,500 per car right now. So I guess in hindsight, what we're all learning, I am shipping this down. By the way, it was $71,000 new. I found the window sticker in the glove box, got a second set of keys. All the books are in there. Really pumped about this purchase from yesterday. I'm gonna ship it down, I'm gonna use it, and then I'm gonna sell it, and we will make a profit on it. Even if it does cost me $1,300 to ship it down, I'm still gonna be okay, and we're gonna do okay on that. If I found a Camaro, if I found a Mustang, if I bought cars in the cold from auction or looked on Craigslist or Marketplace and transported them down, I need to consider it's $1,500 per car. If I ship 3 cars down, that's $4,500 just in transportation fees. Now, I was thinking yesterday maybe I should just drive some stuff down. It would save me $1,300 to transport that. So if I did drive that with that, which that doesn't have a tow package, so I can't, that would save me between $2,600 and $3,000. Fuel would probably be $500. So it would save me around $2,500 for 2 days of my life. In summary, theme of this video, the answer is no. Cannot, because there are so many snowbirds. So shipping is what kills it. Auction fees to buy, auction fees to sell, plus shipping. So no go. So fast forward about a month later, I did end up shipping the Land Rover down. We left the Suburban in New Hampshire. I didn't want to waste 2 days of my life. We had to get the Skyline and the Mercedes and the Humvee shipped down too. I'm like $8,000 in the shipping costs. I want to show you something though. So the Land Rover Discovery is amazing. I'm enjoying it. We did brake pads and rotors all around while it was at my shop in New Hampshire. We also did an oil change and all the services and a state inspection. That way when it comes down here, I already know the car is good to go, and I don't really have many connections down here to do those things. So we did it at our cost instead of paying retail to have all the services done. I also met a PDR guy, paintless dent removal, who removed the dent in this door without having to do any paint work, no blending, no matching, no paint, nothing. He finessed that dent out of this door. It cost me $900 to have that dent pulled. Now, I've been driving it for about a month and a half. We had 79,000 miles when I bought it. We are at 82,402 miles, detailed up, cleaned, polished. I've put about 2,500 miles on it, and I love it. I use it with my kids. Like I said in the video, I don't have a vehicle for myself, aside from this guy right here, which I use to tow my trailer. So this is just, it's a lot to drive this every single day. And to be honest with you, my association wouldn't love how loud that is at 6:30 in the morning when I get my kids to school. I also have a Ford Mustang in that trailer, a Ford Mustang GT that I bought from an auction down here, really cheap, for like $4,500. I'll put an image right here. I paid $4,500 for a V8 6-speed Ford Mustang GT. So I'm getting them for the same price down here as I am up north. So the idea of buying things up there, shipping them down, isn't that great of an idea after shipping and everything else, after transportation and everything else. So that's the video for now. I'd rather just buy cars down here rust-free than buy them up there. I mean, best case, I can buy them rust-free down here, ship them up, and then sell them at a premium, and you can ship off-season. So when the snowbirds are coming down, the loads are near empty going up, so you can actually ship cars up for half the price that it would cost to get them down. Now, in April, when all the snowbirds are going back, April, May, prices to get cars up north are gonna double, and to get cars down here will cut in half. So there's that option too, which I'm probably not even gonna focus on. Hey, hope this video was helpful, informative, educational. I try to make them all three, and entertaining, so all four, help, yeah, all four. So if it was, thumbs ups are appreciated. Make sure to subscribe if you're into anything auto related. Thanks for always watching. I'll see you all later. Much better being here in short sleeve and shorts than it was up there in the freezing cold. Hey, I'll see y'all later. Adios.